What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Contracts. We have now made it to mission number 4, titled Beldingford Manor. There's a little more cutscenes about what's happening in the real world.
C'est qu'il est lourd. Un peu trop de muscles. Alors, laisse-moi voir un peu. Là, c'est pas joli. À la tienne, mon vieux. Un peu.
Doctor drinks from his flask while he tries to patch people up. I wouldn't trust a doctor that drinks.
Here's an odd one, 47. Our client's son, Giles Northcote, was recently abducted by Lord Winston Beldingford and Alistair Beldingford. The client wants his son freed, and he wants both Beldingfords, father and son, taken out. There's a hunting party at the family manor this weekend, and the guests should give you extra cover. There's been a high turnover on the domestic staff, so that may be another in. Take care of business and get out of there, 47.
So as far as this mission is concerned, it's just like Meat King's party with 2 targets and a hostage to rescue. Hopefully we'll have better luck rescuing our hostage this time. When it comes to this mission, well, there's a lot of caveats that can make this mission tricky. The worst of it is the very beginning part. It's really hard to get a startup disguise, and it's also pretty hard to sneak past. It can also be tricky to sneak past the guards here at the very beginning. Once you get past that, though, and get a startup disguise, it's mostly downhill from here. Another thing that can be a pain is that the guards are very overly sensitive, and coming off the old Hitman 2, the guards in this game are nowhere near as sensitive as they were there, but this mission is the one exception. They're about as sensitive here as they were in Hitman 2, which can be really annoying. But without further ado, let's get things going.
So, you've seen the poor bastard? Not yet. Say he's a quick one.
You say right. Blackie says he was a track champ at university.
Should make for a good chase then. Poor bastard.
Aye, but he can't outrun all the horses, dogs and bullets. Nobody ever does.
So once they break up, we gotta start sneaking, and you need to go the way I go. It's very specific, but if you go this way, you won't get caught. Our goal right now is to get to the hedge maze. Don't worry about that guard. He will never see you unless you, like, run or something. Once you're through this door, go through the hedge maze the exact way I go. Just watch carefully. And it'll take you to a secret hatch in the floor that takes us into the basement.
Ah, my good man. Fetch me some of our best, eh?
Very good, sir. Coming right up.
That cutscene happens very randomly. It's never the same every time, but I recommend you just chill out here and wait for it to play out, so that there's no chance of the cutscene going off and this guard seeing you at the same while it happens. But when the guard goes through that door, that's when we want to set up here, let the door hide us, and then we can eliminate the guard for a disguise. Unfortunately, we do have to kill him because we're going to need the syringe later. Walk and very carefully work your way up here, because those dogs are notorious for aggroing if you get close to them. So just very carefully go around them. So in this room, we want to turn off the furnace to distract the woman in the bathroom so that we can get through and use the secret passage that's in there. But before that, grab the vial of poison from this room, and then we'll cut through the bathroom to our secret passageway. So now our target. If he's in bed right now, you could chance it and go after him, but I do not recommend doing that. Because it's very high risk if you go after him right now. See what I mean? He's already moving. One thing nice is that, unlike Hitman 2, you can move around while looking through keyholes, which is pretty convenient. So let him go away. And then we can sneak in and hide ourselves right here. So he goes to the bathroom, but as soon as he comes back, we have to wait for him to go back to sleep, and that's when we make our move. That poison that we took, you can actually use it on him if you poison the glass of milk on his bedside table, but since we're going to be using poison on the other target, we're going to do something different for him. For this guy. Just stay right here where I am. He will not... I know it looks bad, but he will not see you here. As soon as he sits on the bed, you can go back to the wall right here to move closer. And the cue to move is when the lamp right there turns off. Pick up this pillow right here, move up, and suffocate with pillow. There you go. Go ahead and just drop that pillow. We don't need it anymore. Oh, sometimes that door doesn't close, so you might want to look through the keyhole before you go out. That was my mistake. But we'll use this secret passageway to go up to this little hidden area. Now, let's get a better disguise. One that the guards are a little less sensitive to. And that would be the hunting party guest. So sneak in here, and we can steal that uniform. And sneak back out. Now, I said that guards are very sensitive in this game to disguise, or not in this game, in this mission to disguises. However, the person that is most true with is our second target right there, the blonde guy. Never, ever, ever run through that room. Regardless. We'll go back to the basement where the cellar is, and then from this position, poison the whiskey cask. It's very important that you poison it standing here, not here. For some reason, if you poison it from the front where the spigot is, then the guards will somehow know you're the culprit from miles away, and they will hunt you down to your exact position. I don't know how or why that happens, but just make sure that when you poison the whiskey, you're standing on the side where I was. Well, if that guard is standing on the porch, you're just gonna want to wait for him to
What's that? Who's there?
go away, and then we can go outside. And now we'll go after our hostage, who is being held in the stables, which is right here. And we're going to... There's an easy way and a hard way to do this. We will obviously do it the easy way. And it looks like he's already going up there, so we don't have to sit and wait for him. So this is the stable boy. As soon as he goes up, as soon as he's up here, you can sedate him, take the stable key, and his clothes. If you go into the stables with any other disguises, the horses are going to get pissed and alert the guards. Which is why we want the disguise temporarily.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Please, not already. Look, I'm begging you, okay? I'm a Northcott, you understand? My father is rich. He's a very, very wealthy man. I'll pay you anything you want. You understand? Please.
Keep it down. Your father's paying me to free you.
Free me? Oh, thank God. You know, they were gonna hunt me. Like an animal. Like some beast.
You think you can escape on your own?
Oxford sprinting champion 3 years in a row. God bless you. See ya.
Alright. So we don't have to do anything with him. He'll get out of here by himself. Last thing to do, before we escape, I'd advise you to put the old disguise back on. The guards are less sensitive to it. So this was a rare occasion. We managed to get here right when he was coming up, but usually you're gonna have to chill out here until he comes. Regardless, as soon as he goes up there, we can sneak up behind him and use our syringe to knock him out. And don't forget to take the stable key, otherwise you won't be able to open the stables. Now we'll just head back to where we started and we'll be home free. There we go. That takes care of this mission. This one's not so bad, but it can be hard. It can be hard because the manor can be a little tricky to navigate with all the secret passages and stuff. And the guards are pretty sensitive here, so that can be a pain. But once you get the swing of it, it's a pretty easy silent assassin. Not quite all zeros, but the mission's long enough where that guard would have woken back up before we were even close to being done. Plus, we needed the syringe later on, so we really had to kill that guard for the sake of our rating and for the sake of making the end easier, because there's another way to get around that part by freaking killing the horses, but it's harder and it's less viable. So this is certainly an ideal way to get a silent assassin. I don't think I'll do an alternative strategy to this. I'm considering because I have an idea for one, but in the meantime, I'm gonna skip doing an alternative for this one because there's really no good way to kill the second target differently. There is another death trap that's been set up for him, but it draws a lot of attention and kills a bunch of people that you don't want to kill. But regardless, that takes care of this mission. Next time, we will move on, as per usual, and I'll see you then.